then when dude comes on,
Huh? What were you saying?
hold on. Oh yeah, so I got the
No, stop.
bartender.
Hey, no. Okay. Hey there, guys. Welcome to another episode of The Gamer, the Gator, and the Heathen. We've got a new Gator coming through. He's on his way.
Is he actually the new guy's a Gator too?
Well, we'll work out a G or something for his name. But I am your host, the gamer, IshDaComic. I'm working on new names, and there he is.
Oh look,
Talk about timing.
The halo
Hello,
is
sir.
on my finger.
Tariq or T-Dog, I literally just hit record. That is perfect timing.
Oh, is that is Tariq?
Yeah.
Hey,
how's it going?
No video. I don't see video.
No, I see him.
How do you see him?
Are you using Zoom?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I'm asking
Zoom?
Ishmael.
How would you be able to not see him if he wasn't using Zoom?
Well, I think you have to go one more over because you're probably on the first screen.
Okay.
So slide it.
No, I see him now. I was on like gallery view, and then I hit active speaker, or whichever.
Yeah.
So Tariq, literally like 5 seconds before you got in, I had already hit record because I know our lovely JDC here, the third, aka Nate the Great, has an interesting story about not working this bartending job that he just got. And I told him, don't tell it to me off air. I wanted him to tell it to us live. But since you're here now, I want you to at least give an introduction.
Is it Tariq or are we doing T-Rex?
Yeah, T-Rex.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, well, yeah, what do you do? Like, how did you get here?
Okay. I work in politics. I'm a lobbyist. How do I get here?
Oh, you're a real lobbyist. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Or not awesome, depending on who you are.
No, I work for good people. How I got here, one of my friends, Julian, he's been telling me for a few weeks now to get in contact with IshDaComic. He's been saying he's been doing like a podcast about a lot of good things. And then I saw some videos on YouTube that IshDaComic that he was performing at a comedy club. I think it was in LA.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, checks in the mail, buddy. Thanks for the good looking out. Good looking.
Yeah.
If anything, do you have a way to maybe adjust the light so that so light's in front of you rather than behind you?
Let me see.
It's not so bad for my thing. It's a little dark, but it's good.
Oh, no, that's too much. That's too much. What? Okay, yeah.
It's no Mr. Hollywood over here.
Oh, this guy. Well, you're Mr. Halo, so what can I say
like
about
this?
that? Yeah, I like that right there.
Okay.
I think that was good. T-Rex. So
yeah, Julian told us about you because
JC,
it's nice
stop
to
using
have
his natural name. JC is his name.
Yeah.
Huh?
JC. There is no Julian.
JC, yeah, JC.
JC.
Told us a lot about you. He said, it's nice to have someone on the opposite end of the political spectrum.
Let's meet up.
I met him through Ishmael here, and we were actors in LA, like extras in all the movie sets.
Extra actors.
They paid us to walk across the street in the background.
Okay.
And I did it good, so I actually got called back.
Nice.
Well, you got fired.
Nate is lazy, so they said no, you can't come back anymore.
How's it in LA?
Well, it's tougher than it looks. But I now have a new nickname. I call myself the Corolla Killer or the Car Assassin because my car literally just gave out yesterday. Oh. So yeah.
Ishmael, did you just see what California's doing? They're supposed to be raising the taxes like 50%.
Well, they can raise all the taxes they want. But yeah, so I also want to like remember how we used to talk more about movies and stuff, but now we're all talking serious. So like let's also like just lighten the mood up.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting to talk about freaking California's crappy economy so far in this episode. But now for our first funny story, Nate the Great, you have the floor.
Well, I mean, I don't know if
What
it's
happened to
funny,
your
it's just-
bartending job that you just started?
Yeah, well, I started my bartending job, and they said you have to be a server too, which is basically like, you know, like a waiter, waitress. And like, I don't know how to do that shit. So like, it's not like I don't get flustered or anything, but it's just like, it's gonna take you like an extra hour to get your food. You can yell and stuff, but you know.
But hold on, if you're a bartender, do you expect them to only order drinks? Like, aren't they also going to
when
order
you're
food
at the
too?
bar, so like my problem is like people really look the same to me. So like I come out and I'm looking for the dude with the red hat because I have to like pick something. I'm like red hat. Then I come out, there's like 3 tables with red hat dudes. So I'm just walking up and down with the food, waiting for them to wave me down. And the funny thing is, you know, I have conversations with them, but I don't have conversations with people because I give a fuck what they're talking about. It's just like a pass the time thing, you know, like I acknowledge your existence. So like, you know, we're talking back and forth, but I'm not listening to a word they're saying. It's just mouth moving and stuff. So then I come out, I have no idea who they are. It's just like, it's just not something that I've done before.
If you're a waiter, I'm pretty sure you're only going to have like a certain section. So
yeah. Well, it was a section.
So hold on. Let me finish.
All right.
So even if there are multiple people with red hats, just go to your section. Don't tell me all the red hats are in your section.
Like, so the problem is it's a BJ's. BJ's are actually from California, so you probably know what they are.
Yeah, I've never eaten there. I love their.
Well, like, so the clientele is a very specific. Like, they're basically all the exact people, the exact same people. You know, like middle to upper middle class, like like white dudes, like a little heavy set because they eat a little too much carbs. And like, you know, the girls are about the same, a little heavy set, like you know. So I'm just walking up and down. I'm just talking to like fat white heavy set dude and then the fat white heavy set dude wife. And like I you know, it's not like I had like I just couldn't remember who they were. I've never done it before. Like, you know, I've never done it. But the cool thing nowadays is you don't have to write stuff down. They give you these pads and you just put a bunch of buttons. But yeah, it was just, I mean, it was just my first time doing it.
But how many days did you do it?
Well, like they trained me for like 2 days and just threw me in, like, you know, with menus and all that stuff. So I don't even know what's in the stuff. They're like, the guy's like, don't you know your own menu? I'm like, well, I don't need to know because it's in front of you. It's actually in front of you.
You didn't say that, did you?
No, I'm like, well, I'm new, sir. But you know, that's what you're thinking in your head. You're like, what do you mean? You're looking at the menu. It like says it right there. It's like, he's like, what's on the pizza? I'm like, I don't know. Whatever the fuck it says is on the pizza that you're looking at, you know?
But wait, but the 2 days of training, they didn't prepare you for questions people would be asking?
Well, I mean, so this is
because I used to work.
Well,
I used to work at a restaurant. The what?
Well, they're like, so when you go to a nice restaurant, right? So they actually take the servers and like, you know, they sit you down. You have to look at each meal. You have to taste it, and you got to know stuff about it.
Oh yeah.
But this is like, so it's like one step under TGI Friday. It's like a TGI Friday with craft brewery. So basically, I think their model is they just hire a shitload of people and see who quits.
Oh, okay.
Is this in LA too?
No, I'm in Pittsburgh, but it's a BJ's is from LA or from California.
Okay.
Yeah, and T-Rex, I know that since you've never had to deal with peasants and work a regular job. Have you ever had a job like at a restaurant? And
yeah, for sure. You talking about BJ's Restaurant and Brew House?
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm just talking about any restaurant job because he's making it sound like it's the hardest thing in the world.
No, it's not that.
I was a bar back in college. I went to school in Ohio in college.
Did?
Yeah.
Wait, which college out there?
You Cincinnati? You were Cincinnati?
I went to Pitt.
Okay, yeah, I've been down to Pitt. Yeah, Pitt's cool. Yeah, I mean, it was cool for me. I mean, I was a bar back, but
Yeah, well, I mean, I've done bartending and bar back, and that I know how to do. It's just being a waiter, waitress it's like a totally different muscle, you know?
yeah.
Okay, Nate, quick question. What's in an old fashioned? Go.
Old fashioned is just bourbon, simple syrup, bitters, orange peels, and cherry. You mash them up.
Fact check. Can we get a fact check? Fact check. I don't think it's in there. I've never drank an old fashioned in my life.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I've heard the name and I thought it was cool, but I'm like, yeah.
No, it's actually it's a really good drink because the cool thing is so you mash all the stuff up and you pour in the bourbon.
Yeah.
So the first sip and the last sip are different.
That's true. Yeah.
Why are they different?
Well, because you have all this collection of so you have orange peel and the simple syrup is just sugar water, and then you have like your bitters and your cherry, and then so when you're drinking the first, it's more it's at the top because you don't really mix it, so you just drink it, and as you go down, the flavor changes. It's a cool drink. I like it.
Sounds interesting. So T-Rex, you said you're from Cincy. I gotta know, are you rooting for the Bungles?
Oh, Bengals. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That didn't sound too confident. I just wanted to say, yeah.
But you said you're in LA now, right?
No, I'm in Portland.
Oh, you're in Portland. I guess your closest Portland is what is it the Seahawks? What's the closest?
Yeah, Seattle. Yeah, Seahawks. Yeah. That's how I know JC. No, I mean, I live out here. No, I'm for the Bengals because I went to school down there, and then I interacted with like a few Bengals players, and I was working in the bars, and then a lot of people I know that still live down there, especially what we're going through right now in this pandemic. It seems to give like a lot of people like hope. It seems like just looking at the Facebook statuses of a lot of folks back down there, they're happy, and it gives them something to be happy about, not like, a lot going on right now. It gives them a break from reality, even if it's just for a few hours. So in that city too, like like the workers down there,
years.
a lot of those since they've been to the
they won a playoff game was 30 years ago.
Was it 92?
31 years ago. I must. When did Boomer? Was Boomer in 92?
Yeah, he was in 92.
Yeah, so that's the last time.
Oh boy. Well, I mean, I'm surprised.
Makes me feel old because I saw the game.
Yeah, you're right. It's been 31 years. Yeah.
The funny thing that I heard, I think what's his name? Jim Burrow. Who's the quarterback?
Burrows. Joe Burrows.
Okay, Joe Burrow. He had an interview, and he told the people about why Cincinnati was doing so good right now. It's like, well, luckily there's nothing to do in Cincinnati, but the thing is, that how do you explain the rest of the years? So it's like there's never been anything to do in Cincinnati. So why we got been bad? So
the funny thing is not that small of a city. I mean, it's decent.
And there's stuff to do. There was there's stuff to do in Cincinnati. And there was a player who was a player. He plays for the Seahawks now, but Carlos Dunlap responded before COVID. It was like lit. I mean, Cincinnati is low key. It's not a bad nightlife city when I was living there.
I didn't because it's not that it's about the same size as Pittsburgh, I think, maybe a little smaller.
Yeah.
But Pittsburgh only has about 800,000 people, maybe a little, maybe more, but it's not that big.
Well, I know there's one thing we can agree on. At least they're not Detroit. That's all, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had that's always the biggest question about football because they have a salary cap, so every team has the exact same amount of money. So there's no reason why you should have a team like the Patriots that win like
multiple championships,
and the Steelers, that win like 6-7 rings, and teams like Detroit and the Jets that always suck. because it's not like baseball. Because baseball, you don't have salary caps, so you have big market teams that are always going to win, and small market teams that are never going to win. But football shouldn't have that issue. But like, it's just culture. Like, they have teams like the Jets that just don't win.
Mhm.
So
Which
who,
is
who
weird.
you got for the Super Bowl, Nate? Since Vikings never had a chance this year, and
I think it's really tough because all the teams are really closely matched. But I mean, the Chiefs, even though the Chiefs didn't play great in the regular season, I mean, they're battle tested. And then the Bucks are good, but I don't know if their defense is really good. They got a good line, so I mean, they've got a good shot. But it could be anyone like this, especially now, because all the teams that were kind of lacking, like the Steelers this year, they're out. So like every team in it now could win at any moment, I think.
so it sounds like you're stalling.
No,
Chiefs
it's just
and
I
Chiefs
mean,
overall.
if I had to pick teams, it'd be like the Rams or the Chiefs. But you know who actually is the Packers?
Okay.
The Packers look the best, I think.
All right. So we got Rams versus Chiefs. I'm hoping that the Rams can make it to the Super Bowl. I want to see the Rams almost make like the Super Bowl home game because they're right down the street. So for me,
Where's it
it's
at?
Rams. It's in LA this year.
Oh, it is?
SoCal Stadium just opened up, or it's been open for 2 years now.
But isn't that the Rams Stadium?
Yes, that's
So
why I'm
it's not
saying
like at home. It would be a home game.
yeah, but I mean, I don't think you have real home field advantage in the city.
No,
I don't
you'd
know.
have home field advantage because I mean, you'd have fans would be there. Actually, it'd be the first time in history.
Hold on, where was the game last
No,
year?
last year, the Tampa Bay, the Bucks, they played in Tampa
Tampa.
Bay last year.
Last year was home?
Yeah, they played
Yes.
at Raymond's. Yeah.
Oh,
Where
I
have
didn't
you
know
been,
that.
Nate? Have you been in heaven this whole time?
No, now that you say it, I remember it because I have friends that are from St. Pete, which is right across the bay.
Mhm.
And they were partying really hard, but I just thought they were partying hard because the Bucks won. But now that I remember it, it was because it was a home game. I just remember that. So that'd be crazy. 2 times in a row, the home team plays in the Super Bowl.
All right, T-Rex, who you got? Predictions.
I got the
Keep stalling.
yeah, no. I got the Bengals and the Packers.
Bengals and Packers.
Yeah, that's
okay,
that's a
that'll
good
be an
pick.
interesting one. Got the old guard versus the new guard, stuff like that. So,
What do you think about the fact that they didn't want to give Aaron Rodgers the MVP because he wouldn't take the vaccine?
I agree.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Plus, he missed 4 games. So
he
how
missed
can he
4
be the
games.
MVP?
Yeah.
And he didn't even play all games of the
Well, I
season.
mean, you could get MVP and miss games. That happens.
I mean, I think the way he did it though, like in the beginning of the season, he kind of made it seem that he was vaccinated, but then he wasn't vaccinated, and
He immunized.
not just
Well,
that, but like
the thing I thought about that, right?
yeah,
The reporter said, "Are you vaccinated?" And he said, I'm immunized." So wasn't it the job of the reporter to say, "What does that mean?" Like, because he didn't lie. It's just the reporter didn't do his job and asked the follow-up question. Because they teach us because I don't vaccinate. So that's what they teach us to say. If someone asks you,
That's a
first you
follow-up
say,
question.
well, first you just say, I don't give my
Personal information.
Yeah, I don't give my health information. And if they push, I say I have the antibodies, like that, because they tell us not to lie because they're like, it's a moral thing. They're like, don't lie, don't walk away from conflict. If they ask you, say either I'm not going to tell you, or say I have the antibodies. But like they say, don't lie, because if you're lying, it means
And then
that
you get
you're
caught.
saying,
Then
huh?
it's gonna be in trouble. Well, if you
No,
lie,
it has
then you
nothing
get
to do
caught.
with trouble. It's like the reason why we don't take the vaccine is because we don't think we need, we have to take it. So if you
Mm.
lie about it, you're kind of like allowing the people who are pushing the vaccine to win.
Okay, that's
A lot of
interesting.
people died though, with this COVID thing. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I believe, like, I mean, people die. Like,
Yeah,
just because
but
you die doesn't mean I have to take the vaccine.
But if you take
Yeah,
the
I mean, hey-
vaccine, prevent people from dying.
dying, yeah.
Well, yeah, I know, but
If
my
you wanna
job
save
isn't to
lives-
prevent you from dying.
Huh?
My
So-
job is to decide whether or not I want to take a vaccine or not.
This is true.
Yeah, I mean, hey man, you know, I got the booster, man. I believe in it personally, but that's my choice. And you know, if you don't want to get the vaccine, that's your choice. But I don't know, man. Science is
So
showing.
T-Rex,
Well-
you got the booster.
Yeah.
Did it hurt just as much, little less, little more than taking?
No,
the
I
regular
think the second shot was the worst. My arm was really, I was sweating at night, and like that was the worst.
Damn.
The third, it wasn't as bad as the second shot, but no, I don't think the booster wasn't bad for me, man. But
And you sure those sweats weren't from the roast beef that you had? I'm just kidding. He froze up.
no, you get well.
Okay.
No, it was from that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't, but I know my arm was sore for like a few days. Like my arm felt really weird. But
The funny thing is, like, if they would have said, like they sold the vaccine, because it's like, I'm not an anti-vaxxer, you know, like, so like a flu vaccine or whatever, if you want to take it, it's not like I have some of my friends that their kids don't get any vaccines, like nothing. But like I'm not that person. But it's the way they pushed it. It's like they made their own bed because it was made political. So once they made it political, it was like I couldn't even take the vaccine if I wanted to. Like once the government said you have to take the vaccine, it's like, you know, it's like telling a kid like you can't do that. You're gonna do it. Like once the government said you have to do it, like automatically I'm like, oh, I'm not doing it then, you know?
yeah.
But
And
now
it's
here's
like,
my question: the fact that your lovely Agent Orange, the leader of your cause, has taken the booster, you don't mind that?
Yeah, he
well,
took
yeah,
it.
but we're not like, I don't know, like people think like we look at like Donald Trump like he's like the some kid. Donald Trump is a business dude. Like if a business dude comes up to me and says like take this vaccine, like I'm gonna be like, well, no, because what the hell do you know about vaccines? You know, it's not like I
now
do
he
what
knows-
Donald Trump
so
says.
now it's what the hell does he know about vaccines? But then literally almost everything that he would say about the vaccine, about calling it the Wuhan flu and stuff like that, you got from this guy.
No,
So
I
now
mean,
he
but
knows nothing about
but
it.
that was like, I mean, they came out and said it most likely came from the Wuhan lab, because of course it did. And they said the reason why they didn't say it is because it was bad PR. Like that's why like no one listens to the like when Dr. Fauci said the reason why I said don't wear masks is because I didn't want you to buy masks. Like all that means is what he's saying is I lied to you because I didn't trust you to not buy up all the masks. So, but like no one cares why someone lies. It's like, oh, so you're willing to lie for your agenda, your political agenda, and not only that, like admit like that's why you do it. So why would anyone believe what he says?
But once again, your Agent Orange also lied too, to protect the American public from this deadly
No,
virus.
he didn't lie. He downplayed it a little. He said it was
T-Rex, jump
He
in.
did a terrible
T-Rex,
job, man.
jump
This
in.
is my opinion. I think that if we had another president, I think they would have took it more
Well, I mean,
seriously.
like
I don't
Joe
think
Biden, like way more people died of COVID during Joe Biden than during Donald Trump. Yeah, they've listed the numbers multiple times.
I'm gonna
T-Rex,
More
Google it.
people
please,
died
get the numbers.
after
T-Rex, get the numbers. Get
Joe
the numbers.
Biden got elected. More people died of COVID than during Donald Trump. Like
Hold on.
the numbers
This is
are
the guy who will get
numbers.
the numbers. JC never got the numbers. You see that light right there? That's him getting the numbers. So keep talking, but know that he's
Yeah,
getting the numbers.
More people have died of COVID since Joe Biden's become president than during Donald Trump's presidency. If you even believe that they've died.
Because of Trump, because Trump didn't really. Yeah, I mean,
there's not much you can do because you can't blame Trump because it's the same numbers all over the world. Like they're dying everywhere. It's not like they're just dying here. They're dying in every country.
T-Rex, please tell me you got the numbers. Is he right? Is he wrong?
He's right, man. I'm looking. He's right, man. I can't. I gotta look at some more like verify. Like I'm not looking at like Fox News. I saw a Fox News one. I mean,
what just happened?
Yeah, I mean,
well, you got and then also the numbers are kind of like fidgety because it's like if you die with COVID, it doesn't mean you died of COVID, and they count people who died with COVID and not of COVID. So like we don't even know.
They were talking about those cases and stuff like a year ago, and now it's just now all the media is talking about it.
Well, no, we were talking about those cases a year ago, and the media was calling us crazy. Like I saw with my own eyes a person who got shot in the head, who died of COVID. He got a bullet into his head, and it said died of COVID.
Now, where were you when this happened?
No, I mean, I just read the medical report. Like the guy had COVID with a bullet in his head. And the reason why is because the hospital would get money. If the guy dies of COVID, the hospital gets money.
But what caused the bullet? Was it a gun needle that may have missed its and that's what put it in his head?
The bullet had the vaccine on it.
Magic flu, the magic flu instead of the magic bullet.
And then those respirators, like they were killing people. Like, I mean,
that was another one.
They said, you know, it's death almost if you go on a respirator.
Okay. So a lot like December. Sorry, not to cut you guys off. So
no.
December 19th to January 2020 saw the strongest wave of pandemic deaths so far. So I mean, yeah, I mean, Biden was technically our president, but there was still like some layover from like, I mean,
when he first got in.
Yeah, he didn't really become president until like, was it
January 20th.
So like the data is like scared. I mean,
and then also you're taking these boosters and these vaccines that like Trump got made, and the Democrats said you couldn't get it made that fast.
So you're kind of like okay. So yeah, I mean you're kind of okay. That is true. Yeah, a lot of those I'll give Trump his due. He did get those boosters and vaccines. So why do people, his followers, not take it then if he's the one that created?
Well, I mean, Republicans don't want the vaccine. Trump Trump had Trump had advisors, and some of his advisors were bad advisors, like Dr. Fauci. Like if it was, like no, I'm me personally, right?
Yeah, I respect your.
I'm not shutting down the country unless you tell me that the virus that's out there has a 50% or higher death rate.
Yeah.
If it's lower than that, like there's no way I would shut down the country. And I'm like at 50%, it was just like I would consider it. Like it's not even like I would automatically shut it down. Like I actually don't think the government actually doesn't have the legal authority to shut down the country, to tell you the truth. But they did it, but I don't think they have the constitutional authority to do it. But we'll find out because all the cases are going to the court. So for next time, but because it's not like the Constitution is the law of the land, except for when you have the flu. That's not like what it says. So
all right, so I don't want to lull people to sleep. So let's talk about
and this conversation has been had.
Yeah. Now, I know this is an older news story, but the I-95 snowstorm car incident. T-Rex, I don't know if you know this. I'm telling Nate that I would rather, if my car is stalled in the snow and we don't know how long it's going to be, I'll give it about 2 to 3 hours, and then I'm literally going to park my car on the shoulder and walk to an exit, Uber home, or Uber to a hotel or something like that.
Keep in mind, he doesn't
Nate is
understand
telling
West Virginia and Virginia.
I'm not done. Nate is telling me that what he would do, he would wait it out in his car.
No, I said I would try to drive across the median and go back the other way.
Drive across?
There's a median that splits the highway, the size of the highway. You're stuck because you're going one way. I would take my car and drive across the median to the other side and go back the other way.
Okay, because you said something. You said
no. I was saying that what you're saying is actually like, I mean, you would probably kill yourself.
Uh-huh.
Like if you try to walk.
Hitchhike.
How you? Oh, you mean going the other side and hitchhike?
Yeah, that's what you said the last time we texted.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, I said like, I mean, I don't know if anyone picked you up, but to drive, to walk in the cold, like 10, 20 miles, like that could be like
10, 20 miles. Exits aren't 10, 20 miles apart. Who said anything about walking 10, 20 miles?
If you're in like Virginia or West Virginia on the highway, you're probably about 10 miles, maybe 20 miles away from something. Like, where are you walking to?
No, I was gonna walk off the nearest exit and then Uber.
Well, you probably aren't gonna be able to Uber.
Why wouldn't I be able to Uber? If there's an exit within 2 to 3 miles.
But you know, you do understand they're like every place isn't LA, right? Like you can't just like Uber in the middle of Ohio. Like there are no Uber
in the middle of Ohio.
No, well, like the middle of Virginia, middle of Ohio, like in the like country area, like there are no Ubers.
Okay, T-Rex.
Well, I guess essentially, are you from? You're not from Cincinnati, but Cincinnati is a country enough where if you're outside, like I mean, because I've driven through Ohio a lot. There's like if you're like in between like say Cincinnati and Cleveland or in those areas, like you can be in places where like I mean, you're not gonna find an Uber.
Okay, but I still think that there's more, urban areas or suburban areas than there are rural areas. But
no, it's
what say you?
It's the exact opposite. You understand that, right? It's the exact opposite. There's way more rural than urban.
Fine, it's the exact opposite. T-Rex, what is your opinion on this matter? What would you do if you were caught in like that I-95 snowstorm in your car and you don't know when you're gonna get out?
For some reason, he's really stuck on this stuff. Like it's something that he's really passionate about.
Yes.
I would.
I'm not the crazy one in the group. You are.
Well, no, you're just a city guy. You don't understand the country.
Yeah.
Okay. T-Rex, what say you?
If I'm in Seattle, I'd probably like get out my car and walk because I'll try to find somewhere close. But if I'm in the country, like in Ohio or like West Virginia, I probably stay in my car. Hope that I have like a blanket and like hope my phone's charged up and like try to call. Yeah, it depends on where I am. Like if I'm in a city, I'll definitely get out and walk. But if I'm in like a country area, I'll just stay in my car and I'll put my hazard lights on and just
and I did want to state that like you were telling me, oh, your car's gonna get towed and it's gonna cost.
Well, I mean, your car could get towed. It'd be a shitload of money.
See, now it could get towed. Before it's gonna get towed. I was like, no, I'm pulling off to the shoulder. Because what I read was they were towing cars that were in the immediate like for snowplows. So like if the snowplows can't work with cars in the way, so then they would get towed if they were in there. But if you're on the shoulder, Your
Well,
car
they
might
might
get
tell
a
you,
lot
they
of
might
snow
just
on it.
plow your car.
Huh? Yeah, but I mean, they're not going to tow my car. So there you go. I would have saved at least $800, and then I got to wait for the snow to thaw.
Well,
But-
there are some places, like if you're up in like the main area, they won't even tow you. They just move the car.
What do you mean? They just moved the car?
They take your car and move it and just plow. So you'll
Uh-huh.
just not be able to find your car, because you know it's so important for them to plow. And I've seen them in New York City. I've seen plow trucks just destroy cars. Like they don't tow them. There was this guy. He's on top of, he's like a hipster kid. So he's up in his apartment looking down, and the tow truck is just bashing his car.
Wow.
And this guy's like, my car.
Oh my
And
goodness.
the tow truck just like bashing it.
All right. Now the next story on the docket. Fartgate. I don't know what we want to call this. Jargate.
Oh,
who was?
Did you hear about that, T-Rex?
No, he kind of told me a little bit about it. But
Yeah,
no.
This girl,
was
she made like, was it
selling
300
farts in a
grand
jar.
a jar?
Oh, she was making money, making bank.
She was farting in jars and selling them for 300 grand, something like that, 200 grand.
She what?
She farted in jars and sold it for like 200 grand a jar, and people were buying it.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. That's one way to get gas money. Hello. I think the whole story is a bunch of hot air, if you ask me.
Yeah, it
I
sounds.
have nothing against this. It's if you can sell farts in a jar, I just don't understand it. But it's like I don't understand NFTs either.
If you can sell farts in a jar, I'm in the wrong business. I just want to say that. Like,
Well, I mean,
can you imagine a guy
like,
trying to do that shit?
OnlyFans, like, I mean, those girls make a shitload of money. Like,
But
some of
they're
those girls are
selling
making
sex.
millions of dollars.
This woman is not selling sex; she's selling farts.
No,
That's what I still don't
it's
understand.
like fetish stuff, or it's weird like that. Like, that's how it's like. You know how the dudes that pay to get pissed on? It's all like weird fetish stuff.
What?
You know, I mean, that's not even that uncommon. That's like pretty, like, for the fetish stuff, for the weird shit, that's actually pretty normal on the weird shit scale. Like paying, they call it golden shower. Shakespeare talked about a golden shower.
No, hold on. Golden shower is when the guy pisses on the girl.
No,
I don't
golden
know too
shower
many
is when the
men-
girl pisses on the guy.
No,
Yes.
T-Rex, which is
Type it in the machine. What's the golden shower?
R. Kelly made that shit famous, man.
Well, yeah, but girls don't pay guys to piss on them. Guys pay girls to piss on them.
No,
Yes,
guys pay girls to piss on them.
I know a shitload of escorts. Like I know, like I talk to them. I make their web pages sometimes.
So you know from experience.
Dude, guys pay girls to take dumps on them. Yeah, but that's not as normal.
I've heard of that.
But the piss thing, that's actually like, if you talk to an escort, I guarantee you every single escort you talk to
as a
is
pissed
gonna
off
tell
story.
you that a guy has asked her to pee on him. Wow. Shakespeare, there's Shakespeare, you know the Shakespeare sonnets?
Yes.
There's a couple of them about being pissed on by girls. Like that's how old it is.
All right.
That's why. Don't you remember when they said that Donald Trump paid girls to piss on him on the bed where Obama slept?
I know.
It was in the Steele dossier.
I would have asked him to step down if he did that.
No, they've proved it to be not true. We knew it wasn't true just because Donald Trump's a germaphobe. So, I mean, he's not gonna pay a girl to piss on him. But it was in the Steele dossier.
Oh, I did not know. But T-Rex, you said you didn't even hear about this story until I brought it up?
Yeah, this is new.
What they doing in Portland,
why would
man?
that's not normal everyday conversation. Hey, did you see that girl? She sold her farts for 200 grand. Oh
Well,
yeah,
I
I
mean,
read
I
it in
listen-
USA Today.
Well, when I'm driving to work, I listen to the radio, and that was on there. Like I don't listen to like music that much anymore. It's just the music's
Well,
so
I mean, but
monotonous.
it's like that's you're not gonna hear it in like a normal conversation. You'd hear it if some guys are trying to waste time on a radio, like, oh, like, did you hear this a funny story?
Yeah.
Like the one girl, she made the money. She took baths, and then she put the bath water. So she would film herself taking a bath,
Mhm.
and then she would take the bath water, put them in mason jars, and she was selling them for like 10 grand each.
See now, okay, the price is one thing, but I think that at least seems more rational. Like selling your bath water, that I could see
Well,
being
they
something.
got guys. They got guys. Their fetish is just to buy shit. So there are girls who just have wish lists,
Uh-huh.
and like they don't even do anything
Go
like
on shopping
sexual. They just have a wish list, and then the guys just buy them the stuff on the wish list
spree.
because
Okay.
that's their fetish. Like, I mean, it's just how fetishes work.
All right. So T-Rex, you say you're a lobbyist, right? What
Mhm.
what do you lobby or what?
Oh, I work on like education, like bills, like
Okay.
yeah, like this,
But you
like
do that over in Seattle. I mean, in Portland.
yeah,
Okay.
But Portland's pretty blue, right?
oh, very blue.
So have they been fighting about CTR over there?
What's that CTR?
Critical race theory.
Oh yeah. So no, I do it in I do it in Seattle. So yeah, I go back and forth. I go back and forth. So I do it in Seattle, especially with virtual. Yeah, we're doing that here too. Yeah, we're doing it. Yeah, critical race theory. Yeah, that's
So
a big thing.
are they fighting over it over there?
Oh yeah.
I
All
actually think that's the Democrats' biggest weakness, because like the Virginia is like pretty blue, and
Yeah.
the Republican won, and like the Republican didn't win because he got more Republican voters turned out. He won because a lot of the suburban Democrats were flipping because of critical race theory.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
can see that.
how do you like? You gotta. I'm still learning about it a lot myself. From what I do know about it, it's to me. I mean, we have to know our history, whether it's
Mhm.
African Americans, Native Americans. I mean,
Well,
Columbus
critical race
Columbus
theory
didn't
isn't.
find he didn't find America, man. It's like
Yeah.
Found
me,
another
like
country.
Columbus to me is like I'll go to someone's house, shoot it up, and say that's my house. That's what Columbus did. That's just my opinion.
Well, yeah, but do you know the real reason why we have a Columbus Day, right?
I don't, because he gave him
I think he
diseases.
opened up
No,
the
no.
trade.
The
He
the,
opened up
re- the
trade.
reason why
Yeah.
we have a Columbus Day is because the biggest mass lynching in American history was against the Italians,
Okay.
and in order, like, after when that happened, to kind of make the Italians happy,
Yeah.
they introduced Columbus Day because of that. But I mean, Columbus. So like Columbus might not have founded America, as in like Native Americans were already there, but as far as the Western expansion and
Mhm.
Western civilization,
route.
Western culture,
Yeah.
Columbus founded America for the West. And even though racially we're not white, we are Westerners. Like, we're 100% Westerners. Everything about our culture right now, we're part of the West. So the Western expansion began because of Columbus. So that's a pretty big mark. But critical race theory has nothing to do with history like that. Critical race theory is about the belief that the problems of
Slavery.
like a lot of problems are because of racial inequities, like the fact that like there are more black people in jail or they're lower income is the reason for it is race,
Oh,
which is not the truth now. Like, I mean, like there's two questions you asked, right? So say, I don't know the exact percentage of it, but let's just say it's 80%. It might be less, it might be more, but 80% of the people in jail are black males, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you look at that and say, oh, that must mean that the justice system is racist. But it could also mean that black people are committing more crimes.
But
So
maybe it's not that they're committing more crimes. Maybe it's because they're getting caught more than a white person doing the same crime.
well, that's a different thing. You mean they're being convicted of
Yes,
the crime more?
sentenced to jail.
Which the response to that one would be, so what? Because the question isn't that they're innocent and they're in jail. What you're saying is they're guilty in jail, but the white people are guilty and being let go, right?
Yeah, not let
Yeah.
go, but let's say lesser
Well, yeah, but what you say to
feed
that
out
is,
or whatever it's called.
what the response to that would be? Who cares? The black people are guilty. They're committing the crime. The fix isn't put more white people in jail. The fix would be commit less crime, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what if you're
Now,
like,
if you're saying they're innocent, that's a different thing.
what if you're
T-Rex.
like, what if you're like, I don't know, like, what if you're hungry and you need stuff, you need money, and you know,
Well, yeah, no,
Get a
that's
job.
true, right? So,
you're gonna
but
have
the
to
question,
Get a job.
no,
yeah.
the question there is that actually happening? Like, so, like, are these black people in jail because they were hungry and they were trying to get food?
No,
Get a
no,
Louis
no.
Vuitton bag.
Right?
It's a
I'm
deeper
hungry.
issue.
Grab a Louis Vuitton bag.
No, well, I mean, that's the right. So, like, you look at the study, right? So we know from factually when we look at criminal psychology, right? If you're born to a single family household, you're 70 to 80% more likely to go to jail, right? Then we look at the black community, which they're born to single parents 75% of the time, right? And you say that's something you fix, and you fix it very easily by not having single parent households. And that is something like it's on the black community, because you have to, you can't have a term baby mama, right? You if you get your girlfriend pregnant, you marry her. And in the olden days, because before the welfare system got placed, I mean, even like during slavery, right after slavery, blacks got divorced less, and blacks were born to two-parent households more than whites. It was the introduction of the welfare system that actually decimated the black community. Like, it
But
decimated it.
who created the welfare system?
Democrats did. Like, it's a liberal idea, like to give. So, like, think about it before, right? If you're a woman and you had a child, you actually could not be single. I mean, I mean to your life, like you would die. Like, that's how the world was before the welfare system. But the welfare system allowed women to have babies as a single woman. So you're now having more children raised by the state, which is
I just want to take this time to tell all the women out there, just because he has a halo over his head does not mean he's an angel. He is the heathen of this
no, I mean, but
podcast.
this is
His name is Heathen. Keep in mind, he's the heathen.
But the thing is, like, these things were done on purpose, like the abortion, right? Planned Parenthood. I mean, she specifically said, "I want abortion so that we can curb the black population because we don't want too many blacks. Like those words came out of her mouth. Like that's why the Planned Parenthood.
Her mouth. You said her
Huh?
mouth. Who's her are you talking about?
What's it, Margaret Singer? Margaret Singer is her name.
Okay.
She's the she created Planned Parenthood with the specific intent to curb the black population, and she succeeded because if you look at the abortions, the black population has been halved. So like
And
there's about 60
T-Rex,
million
I think
blacks,
you want to
right?
get in there?
Huh?
T-Rex, you want to get in here? You got anything to say, T-Rex?
Yeah, I'm gonna let him finish. Yeah, I got some.
Well, if you let him finish, he'll never
Well,
finish.
I mean,
That's
I'm
what
almost
like.
done. Like, I mean, but I'm just saying that these, those are reasons for the amount of blacks in prison. Black people statistically are committing more crimes, which is why they're overrepresented in prison. Now, like if you go back, like, and we're not talking about the 50s or, you know, we're not talking about Jim Crow era, because that was systematic racism, Jim Crow era. But we're talking about today where it's no longer systematic racist. So you have to, like, because it's natural to look at the jails and see, hey, 80% are black, it means we're racist. But you also have to ask the question, are those 80%, are they guilty? And if they're guilty, then it's not that we're throwing black people in jail, it's that black people are committing crimes, therefore they're overrepresented in jail.
Okay, don't worry. There wasn't a flag on the play. There weren't sirens.
No,
I was just
no.
posting out the color thing. But all right, are you done?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. T-Rex, you have the floor. Please say something because I'm lost. I started dozing off. I was like, okay.
I gotta. Yeah, I would just.
I know, a lot to unpack.
Yeah. Yeah. There's still systematic racism going on even today. I mean, you can look at like, yeah. I mean, the welfare system is racist because it would exclude the black father so that the black mom can have kids with the black father. Something I know there's, is it Lyndon B. Johnson's welfare plan, or and back in the 60s that kind of, from what I heard, created like this this systematic like poverty and like racism on African American families. It's something around there. And the Democrats in the 60s aren't the Democrats that they were now. That would equate the Democrats to the 60s.
That's a talking point that Democrats say, but like, can you explain that actually what that means? Because they say it all the time, but I mean, Republicans just say, I mean, it's not true, but like it is a talking point that liberals use a lot. But I mean, can you expand upon that? Like, exactly what does that mean? Because I mean, I don't know what that means.
Whoa. What? Oh. Hey, T-Rex, you there?
Yeah, I just turned the camera off to eat food. Eat the food. I put it in a chat right quick. I didn't want to eat on camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'll be back on.
I thought it was some an error.
No, I just was like hungry and I didn't want to eat on camera, be rude, so I was eating. But
I mean, we're pretty informal. If you want.
Well, we can take this time to take a little break here. Let's talk about. I finally saw the lovely Matrix movie.
How did you like it?
I had to watch it. It took me two sittings. I fell asleep an hour into it, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I fell asleep, and then I watched it again. I'm like, "This is why I fell asleep." It felt like I was watching a CW movie. I don't know how to explain it. It didn't feel like it was meant for the big screen.
Yeah, I watched it, right, and I love the Matrix, right?
So yeah, I love the Matrix too.
I had a lot of hope for it, and I was watching it smiling and like all excited, and I was watching it and watching it, and then like it's like this light comes on in your head, and it's like this movie sucks.
I didn't have a moment of high expectations. Unfortunately I didn't watch it when it first came out just because I was busy, and then when I finally watched it, I was just like, wait, why couldn't Hugo Weaving just be in the movie, or Lawrence Fishburne? It's like they had to like what I thought would have been cool, even if Hugo Weaving couldn't be in to play Agent Smith. Remember how in the second one, how Agent Smith was an actual human, or he was in the he was in a different form.
When he went to bed,
if they got that guy to play Agent Smith here, it would have been so much better, I think. Because then I got, okay, that is the same guy. Like, but now they got a new guy playing Agent Smith who's trying to sound like Hugo Weaving, and then they splice in the little flashbacks. I was just like, not working, dude.
Yeah, and he played like he was a little bit like nicer. Like he didn't really like capture Agent Smith. Like Agent Smith was he wasn't like evil, but he was mean, but like not mean as in like a person who's being mean to be. Yeah, he was just mean because he was just a computer and didn't really get why they were doing shit. Yeah. And this guy was more like more nice and like happy, and like you didn't even really hate him. You're like, oh
yeah, he's smug. He's too smug.
Yeah,
like,
you kind of actually liked him, and he actually helped them at the end, right?
But then the main villain was Neil Patrick Harris, which I was just like, what is going on?
Yeah, and he was I like Neil Patrick, but he was a terrible bad guy, because like the architect was kind of like a cool bad guy, but Neil Patrick is like, it's like, you know, he's like Doogie Howser. You're like, oh
yeah,
like,
I couldn't.
And he wasn't even given he wasn't given a bad deal either. He's like, dude, everyone likes this shit. Just stay in the Matrix, man. Like it wasn't even like, you know, it wasn't like the architect is like, I'm gonna kill and murder everyone in Zion. Like Neil Patrick is basically like, just stay in the Matrix, you know? Just chill, man.
But then even the fact that like the Matrix was so revolutionary in the cinematography and the stunt coordination.
Yeah.
This one was just like they just had like they didn't. I don't think they did anything new, as opposed to they still just literally recycled.
Well, the funny thing is, they actually did. It was very revolutionary. I mean, it's like but it was just it's so cool. What they were doing is so groundbreaking. You don't even notice it. It's like the Unreal Engine.
You're talking about in this one.
Yeah, like everything you're looking at, right? Those car chases, like the background, none of that is real.
Okay.
But it's so good now that you can't even tell. Like that's how good it is. But it's like when you're watching Bullet Time, you're like, oh shit, that's like, you really see what they're doing. But now what they're doing is so groundbreaking, you can't even tell that they're doing it. Like the fact that everything you're looking at is actually computer graphics, but the computer graphics are so good that you cannot tell that it's not real. So that's kind of a
T-Rex,
it's kind of like a
T-Rex.
Have you seen it? Is it good?
No,
it's
stay
not
away.
good.
Don't see it. If you value your life,
because it's
save
free,
your time. If you value your life, don't do it.
Did you see Dune?
T-Rex?
No, last one I saw was the new Spider-Man.
Oh, wasn't that badass?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we were having because I said it was top 5, right? But and you said it wasn't top 5, but you liked it.
Yeah, I liked it, but yeah, not top 5. I do want to see it again though. Like, would maybe bring some friends, because I've already talked to 2 or 3 people who've seen it multiple times, and I'm just like, all right, I want to get another feel for it, because I do want to see it again, because I've been watching all the breakdown videos, stuff like that. And speaking of new Marvel stuff, have you seen the trailer for Moon Knight? Moon Knight just dropped.
I
Oh
don't.
man,
Do you like
Oliver
it?
Isaac is the Moon Knight guy.
I like him, but I just
Is it Oliver Isaac?
no, I like
Oscar
him.
Isaac.
I like him, but I just don't. Moon Knight doesn't interest me.
What do you mean? It's
Like
Marvel.
I'm not
What
interested.
else
Like
is it?
I don't have anything against gay people, but I'm not interested in watching a gay superhero. Like I mean, it just doesn't interest me. It's not like something that like I'm like, yeah, I really want to see that. Like, not that they shouldn't make it. They should make it, you know, and people will like it. But it's just not something that it's like I really want to see.
Well, hold on. It one of his personalities is gay, or he is gay himself, because he has multiple personality syndrome. So it's just one of the
Well, I
characters.
don't know about. I just know he's gay. The character is gay. I don't even know if the character is gay in the comics, but I know the character in this show is gay. I don't even like Moonlight in the comics. So I mean, it's not. I had one Moon Knight comic book growing up, and it was because the artist was an artist I like. But I read the comic and I didn't like the comic, so it's just not.
Well, I just thought.
But
it
I
was
am excited for She-Hulk.
Wow. Oh, okay. I haven't seen, there's a trailer out for that? I didn't know there was a new
The
trailer.
trailer
Is it just
came out
something
a
that's
long
coming?
time ago. It's just it's with that phase with Moon Knight, there's She-Hulk, and there's like I think they're doing the Archer Hawkeye, the girl.
Oh, okay.
Because you know they're setting up the Young Avengers, so that's why you have there's like which one, the Ant-Man's daughter. There's a Hawkeye.
T-Rex, jump in because we're gonna talk about comic books.
I saw something that
if
you would
don't
like.
stop us. Who?
Did you see Suicide Squad? The second
Who are
one.
you asking?
You.
Who are you asking?
I'm
You
asking
who?
Ishmael.
There's 2 people here.
Did you see Suicide Squad?
Yes, I saw the second.
All right, you know the bad guy in Suicide Squad. What was his name? Captain Liberty or no,
Peacemaker.
No. Yeah, he's
John
got his own show.
Yes,
it's really good. It's really good. And James Gunn directed all the episodes.
Okay. Well, I know I've seen a couple trailers. I like the black chick in it. She's from Orange Is the New Black.
Yeah.
So yeah,
he's got a pet eagle, and it's like it's kind of like a CGI eagle, but you know it's supposed to be real. But it's pretty funny. It like hugs him and stuff.
I got one question. This takes place after the events of Suicide Squad, or this is
like it's after.
Okay. So yeah, T-Rex, I don't know, jump in with something. I don't know, is there any topic you want to talk about, or you just taking it all in here?
Taking it all in.
Well, what did you eat? Because I gotta know, was it like a velociraptor or pterodactyl, or what kind of stuff does a modern day T-Rex eat?
That's a good question. Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, I have to say, T-Rex, just so you know, even though it sounds like I'm on the other side, so I just argue with you, I appreciate having someone to argue with that knows their shit. So it's
because I don't know anything. If you want to talk about
it's not that. I don't want you to think that like I'm coming at you hard and like you know. I get excited about it because I actually like hearing the other side. So that's why I was asking you that question, because I hear liberal people say that all the time, that the party switched, and like my understanding of history, and when I look at it, I don't know the actual argument that they're making, because not a lot of people know the argument other than they know the talking point. Like that's what you're supposed to say. Like when you say like Republicans freed the slaves, and Republicans gave women the right to vote and all that, you know, like, but the response you always hear is the party switched. But like you're like, what do you mean the party switched? Like, I mean, and why would the party switch? Like, oh no, we're gonna be Democrats now, you be Republicans, like, you know.
All right. So yeah, I think the last thing I wanted to talk about was, I think, Biden's decline or approval rate decline. And I know somebody here is very happy about that, Mr. Heathen.
I mean,
Dancing with joy.
he's the lowest rated president that we've ever had, but that's not like, that would be kind of bad. But then his vice president is rated even. Kamala is rated lower than Dick Cheney after he shot someone in the face and after the Iraq War.
But yeah, I like Joe Biden, but I think he kind of shows it might be 78 might be a little too old to be running the country. I mean, we talked about farts in a jar, but I do believe he did break wind in front of the Queen a couple months back.
Are you serious?
Yes, you didn't hear that story?
No, I really don't. I don't read the news when I see Joe Biden. I just change the channel.
Oh well, I think he was meeting the Queen for the first time, and apparently must have passed gas in the.
Wait, but like, was it like loud gas? Like, how did people know? Was it like?
I'm taking the smell. I mean.
Oh, and then someone just said, like, later on, someone said he passed gas.
I think the president let one off. But yeah, T-Rex, what do you think he should do to kind of, get his mojo back? I don't know.
Man, I think he made a lot of false promises, like trying to curtail this pandemic, and then the student loans.
Yeah, student loans big.
Yeah, I think he came in wanted to do good stuff. I'm sure his heart was there, but a lot of that stuff was just like, it was just tough to do. I mean, and I just think that this this
But
pandemic.
You think it's too early though? Like, I mean, he's still got 3 years.
He got 3 years. I mean, I hope he.
Well, I mean, he doesn't actually, because after the midterm, the House and Senate are going to flip. I mean, historically, the whatever party wins the president, the midterm election goes the other way. So if history is any indicator, and the poll numbers, the Republicans are going to take at least the Senate and probably the House and the Senate. And when that happens, Joe Biden's done. He's then never let him do anything, because the Republicans that like the Republicans that are running now, it's no more corporate Republicans. They're all like Trump Republicans, and Trump Republicans are just not going to go along with anything just on principle. They just say like basically he's just going to be a sitting duck for 2 years.
Does that mean that in another couple of years, those the Senate and stuff are going to flip again, or you think they're going to stay Republican?
Well, so I don't know. Like, if Democrats push mandates, like they're never going to win, because it's not even. It has nothing to do with whether or not you should do it or not. It's just it's crippling. It hurts the poor people the most. The poor people are their voters. So it's not, because it's like they're hurting their own voters. And I mean, it's just it's hard. And then when you lose the suburban women because of critical race theory, like, people don't want you teaching their kids,
Hey, T-Rex, I just wanted to say thank you for letting us watch you drink.
Oh.
If you cover the camera, just thank you, viewers. You endured.
The weird thing, what's weird about the Democrats, like the progressives actually have a platform that their voter base likes, but they just fuck their voter base. Like, the one thing that Republicans are different than Democrats, right? Because you had Trump, right, and then you had Bernie Sanders. Republicans hated Donald Trump, but Republican voters liked Donald Trump. So the Republicans were like, okay, whatever, that's who the voters want. The Democratic voters wanted Bernie Sanders.
Yes.
They didn't want Hillary, and they didn't want Joe Biden. They wanted Bernie Sanders. Yes. And the Democrats, literally, they just said, fuck off Bernie Sanders. Like, Hillary did some shady stuff to get Bernie out, but Biden did the same thing because Biden got Pete Buttigieg to drop out, so he can consolidate his votes so that he can push Bernie Sanders out. And then for some really weird reason, the black voters, the black Democratic voters didn't like Bernie and they liked Biden way more. But the Democrats don't seem to like their base. There's a saying that Democrats hate their base, and the Republicans are afraid of their base.
Yeah, well, it seems like it. So yeah, I think we're gonna wrap this up here. T-Rex, I was wondering, are you watching anything in particular right now? Any series or movies that you've seen?
Yeah, I'm watching.
Recommend?
Yeah, I'm watching. It's called Harlem. Is on Amazon.
Okay.
It's called Harlem.
Yeah, it's in New York. It's these women in New York, black women in New York. And they're like 30s, and they just shows like it's Megan Good is in it.
The funny thing is, I saw. I must have been it must have been my dyslexic, right? Because I was flipping through. I thought it said what's the word for the group of, like, when you have a shitload of wives?
Housewives?
Harlem. What's the word?
Harlot?
No, but the harlot is a noun, but it's the adjective, like the plural. Harlems?
Harlots?
Is it Harlem?
Harlem?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Harlem?
That's what I thought it said. I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch that.
It's not bad.
A harem starring Megan Good might be pretty good. Just so.
But I might watch it now that so it's 1930s, you said, Harlem?
No, it's like today. It's set in the 2020s. Yeah, it's like set in current times with Megan Good. I think she's one of the co-stars. It's on Amazon Prime. I think it's the first.
No, I've seen it. I'll add it on my list. It's so it's modern day. So it's like a group of women living in Harlem.
Yeah, they live in Harlem, and they're like young professionals per se in Harlem, and just like shows like their like just everyday life of like women and like their viewpoints and stuff like that.
So it's like Sex in the City, except with actual New Yorkers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think it's good.
But I haven't seen that show either.
Well, no, it's always like when you watch Sex in the City, right?
It's like Sex in the City. Yeah, it is like sex. It's like a black version of Sex
girls, none of those girls are New Yorkers. Like even in the show, they're all like from Ohio or from different places. Like the characters aren't New Yorkers. And like I bet you these characters are actually New Yorkers, like people born in New York.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know. What about you, Nate? What have you been watching?
Well, the Peacemaker was it's really really good, and I mean the Book of Boba Fett is okay.
Yeah, I've just been so busy right now with everything.
There's a movie on a show on Showtime called Yellowjackets.
I've heard about it.
It's like Lord of the Flies, but with with girls. Lord, you know the Lord of the Flies story. It was like these guys, a group of boys, little like teenager boys, and they got trapped on an island, and they kind of like kind of became native, like
What?
Well, I guess huh?
What do you mean they became native? Like they were
they would cut off they cut off a pig's head and ran around and just like did crazy stuff that would actually like if you take adolescent teenager boys and you put them on an island by themselves and they have to learn how to become men by themselves, like weird shit will happen. And that's kind of what Lord of the Flies is. It's I think it was written in maybe 60s, 70s.
Oh, I don't know when it was.
It's a famous story.
Yeah, I know. I remember reading it in high school, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah, Yellowjackets is kind of the same deal. It's like this a soccer team. They crashed somewhere in the Canadian mountains.
Okay.
And but the cool part about it is you have that story, right? But then you have 25 years later, and
Okay.
some of them are older. And so you're trying to kind of figure out what happened, like which ones, because
He didn't make it
you
off
see
the
like,
island. Or...
well, yeah, you see like 4 of them, but then on the island there's like 20 of them. So like, did they all die? Did they not die? And then it gets really like weird, like I mean like supernatural-ish, but you don't know
Okay.
if it's actual supernatural. It's kind of it's cool, and the actors are good. It's Christina Ricci and
Okay. Okay. I'll have to
the
check that out.
Australian actress. She was in 6 Feet Under. I forget her name,
Okay.
but a lot
Well-
of good actresses, and it's a cool show.
I have to
I
check
like
it out.
Well, I wanted to recommend a documentary. I just saw I think it's called the Amazing or the Super the Super Bob Einstein show. It's about Super Dave.
Yeah. Oh, I
Documentary that-
saw the trailer.
Yeah, I'd recommend it if you like, if you like comedy documentaries about characters that you want to delve deep into their history and life. Like, I didn't know that he was actually like a third generation comedian, stuff like that. Like, his father is the great Perk Keister, like back in the black and white era, like all the
Is
comedians.
that someone you've heard of?
Park Keister? No, but I like every time he introduces, hi, I'm Park Keister, and then somebody's like, oh, Park. Well, no, I'm gonna stand up to meet you. No, that's my name, Park Keister. So like it's like dialect humor, stuff like that, like stuff that they don't do now. Like,
What was the show where Super Dave got like really popular, where he had the song "I'm Super"?
I mean,
Was
he had
that
his own show, and then he
but
was like
wasn't there like a show
that
that he was like a reoccurring character in the show? Was that Pete and Pete, or was that South Park?
I don't think it was South Park. I think it was probably Pete and Pete, because I know he mainly did like a lot of he wrote for not wrote for, but he helped produce Red Fox's show, like after Sanford and Son. But
The one where he died at the last one.
Well, yeah. It
was actually really funny. I remember that show.
But then also, I didn't know that he's related to Albert Brooks. They're actually brothers.
Really?
Yeah,
Albert Brooks, the
younger brother. Super
you
Dave's
mean
younger
like
brother.
the famous one? Or is that Mel Brooks?
Do you know another Albert Brooks? Albert Brooks is an actor. His last name is actually Albert Einstein. But
is he related to Mel Brooks?
No relation to Mel Brooks.
All right.
Okay. But he's related to Super Dave. That's his actual Super Dave is his older brother. And what
I know Albert Brooks now.
Call him Super Dave. Like, he didn't even want to get into showbiz. It's like he was actually I believe he was what did he used to do? He was ad agent. He was trying to move up the ranks in doing advertising and stuff like that. And then he just got spotted, started working with Steve Martin. Him and Steve Martin were were a writing team.
How old is Super Dave? He's got to be in his 70s then.
Well, he was. I mean, he's dead now.
Oh, did he die?
Yes. Are you kidding me?
I didn't know he died.
Yes, he died, I want to say, almost 4 or 5 years ago now. But either way, it was a good documentary. It's on HBO Max. Highly recommend it. I haven't got started on the Book of Boba Fett. I was going to ask you a quick question about Book of Boba Fett. Do you think the only reason why Disney Plus has that show on now is because of the turmoil because of the Mandalorian?
The turmoil? You mean when they fired
yes, with Gina?
Yeah, because she was supposed to have her own show.
Well, not only her own show, but I mean, she's also a recurring character on The Mandalorian.
Well, I mean, it might. It could have something to do with that, but
adds up.
It's. I mean, I'm sure that's one of the reasons, but another reason is probably people were so excited when Boba Fett showed up
in Mandalorian.
Yeah, because to tell you the truth, like her spin-off series, like I mean, I like her as an actor, but I didn't like. There was nothing like crazy cool about that character that I was like, yay, she's getting a spin-off, you know. So it was a weird spin-off anyway. Like Boba Fett makes way more sense for a spin-off, but I'm sure that is part of the reason.
Okay, well, all right, gang. That was a lovely end to another lovely episode of the Gamer, Gator,
Yeah, it was
and
great
the,
meeting you, T-Rex.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
and the Heathen. T-Rex, we got to get you your own little, you know, I don't know what you call it, code name or something like that. I was thinking we'll call you the Raptor, and then you T-Rex the Raptor or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, that's something we work on. But yeah, be sure try to tell everybody where they can find you, like on Instagram, IG, anything you want to promote. T-Rex.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me see what my IG name is. Give me one.
Oh, and I'll add you too.
All right. Well, I don't know, Nate. You want to tell them where they can find you at while he's looking that up?
Oh, I mean, you can find me at American Heathen. That's my Instagram and AmericanHeathens.com.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll have a new one for the my NTFs now.
Oh,
What's
this
that?
guy, Mr. NTF.
Oh, NTFs are like they're basically you know, cryptocurrency, like blockchain. So NTF is like blockchain digital art, but it's kind of like the future, but it's weird. We're in that like have you ever heard that Good Morning America segment on the internet when it first came out? It was like 1990, where they were all saying that it's cool, but it's never going to take off. Yeah, so like that's where we are in NTS now. Like most people think it's just a fad, you know, like slap bracelets, and some people think it's the future. So we have to wait and see. But it's just like baseball cards. So instead of being cards, they're on the they're digital, so they're on the computer. But they once you have an NTF, it can never be copied. So and then every time, like, so say if I make an NTF and I sell it to you and you sell it, I get a percentage of that sale and forever. So there's we're just trying to figure out the practical uses right now. So that's what they're trying to do now. They're trying to bridge the gap from art to practical, like a ticket. Like you can say you had NTF football NFL ticket, then you wouldn't have to worry about scalpers and stuff like that. Not scalpers, but guys who are actually counterfeiting, you know.
It's called NTF.
NTF, non-fungible token. Oh, NFT. Sorry, I said NTF. NFT. Yeah. I've got dyslexia. It's kind of late.
Wait, so in that you say NFT?
Yeah, non-fungible token. NFT.
How do you trade it and make sure you make money off it?
Well, so right now, there's exchanges, I guess you would call them, like OpenSea is the famous one, but you go there, you see artwork, and you just you can pay for the NFT, but they have some that are selling for like millions of dollars. Like I think Puff Daddy or something bought one for like what, 500 grand, and they're really weird. It's like they're just like monkey heads. They call them apes, or what do they call it? Apes?
Well, yeah. But we'll have that as a side discussion. I just want to say thank you guys for viewing. I'm IshDaComic. You can find me at IshDaComic on all the social media platforms, because I just got my Instagram back, and we will have to talk about that another day.
Oh yeah, you should have brought that up. You should have led with that.
Oh, this guy. Well, that's what I put that in the lovely post for the post for the stream. But also I'll be performing at the Comedy Chateau this coming Sunday. If you guys are in LA, holler at your boy. I can get you free tickets. Use my name as the promo code. So T-Rex, I think you were looking up where people can reach you.
Oh yeah, sorry. Give me. So what all do you do in California?
What I do in California?
Mhm.
I mean, I'm pursuing comedy, acting.
Acting.
I do Twitch, game streaming, stuff
Hmm.
like that. So like what I was trying to do when we first got started today, I was trying to multi-stream this on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. But for some reason, when I tried to use my cell phone as a hotspot, my computer wasn't reading it, and then when it did, it said I had this big update to Streamlabs, which is what I do overlays and stuff on. So then I was like, all right, let's just do this regular, because I didn't want to wait or waste you guys' time, because everybody's got to be up to get to work and whatnot. So,
and of course, I'm hiding in Pittsburgh because we insurrected the Capitol.
this guy, that is another tale for another day. And what I really want to do is have like a more of a deep dive discussion about CRT, critical race theory, you know, coming down the pipe. We still have to do our lovely January 6th, the movie casting, where each of us will pick a genre and we'll cast people across the celebrity spectrum of who should play who. Nobody can be Alec Baldwin cannot play Donald Trump, but yeah, everything else.
Well, I can play myself because I was there.
Oh,
you went there?
Huh?
Yes, he was. And also tell him where you got COVID from, the same damn place. So there you go.
Well, no, but not that. So we like you guys know about the January 6th, but it was actually there's actually 4 of them.
Oh,
and
the
so
rallies.
like
Wait, you were down there when that happened?
Yeah,
I mean, I
was
shouldn't say that. That's that. Don't incriminate yourself.
No. I post the pictures on Facebook and
Besides,
Instagram and
he had an
everything.
halo on his head. Yeah.
No, I was I didn't go inside the Capitol, but we were on top of the Capitol. Like we went up there, and you know I was
T-Rex. Where can they find you?
Oh shit! I keep getting distracted.
I keep trying to wrap this up.
Oh yeah, my bad. Oh, sorry. I'm on IG. I'm red Corolla. It's like red Reda REDA underscore Corolla.
This doesn't sound like your account. Are you sure you're not a hacker?
No, I'm looking at my IG. I don't really post unless I hike a lot. I only post like hiking shit.
Oh, this guy. I see how you and JC get along so well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Reda Corolla Steamroller. Oh, thanks.
All right.
Red Corolla Steamroller. Yeah, that's my IG name. Reda Corolla Steamroller.
Well, all right.
And are they all underscore, or is it just Reda underscore?
Yeah. Thank you for asking. Yeah, so it's Reda underscore Corolla underscore Steam underscore Rolla with an A, ROLLA.
All right. Well, like I always say, good fight and good night. Nate, you want to say a few words there?
Let's see if Philia is.
All right. So T-Rex, you got to get one of those too. All right, peace out, guys. See you next week.
Just like catchphrases to say bye.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, and yeah, well, we could do a critical race thing because a lot of people think critical